Welcome to Synthetic Oil Protection. I'm your host, Eben, and today's exciting video talking about why Amsoil is the best motor oil. Today we're going to be going in, through, and around it. We're going to be getting into a little bit of a sticky love story. And you say, Eben, why is it sticky? Well, because it's well lubricated, that's why. But it's going to be sticky because it's sentimental to me and how I learned about Amsoil and what Amsoil means to me and why I do the Amsoil. So we're going to be getting into all that. We're actually driving right now down Blue Diamond. We're going to be going to the Welcome to Las Vegas sign right here in Las Vegas. Today is only 100 degrees out, and we're actually going to be showing you the blacktop temperature in a minute. We got a little laser gun, and this is familiar from a cold flow test, which we're going to be showing at the end of this video. So you're going to want to stick around. You're going to want to see the cold flow of the Signature Series 0W40 and how this performs in the cold. You're going to be surprised. But now we're going to talk about why it's so good in the high heat temperature, why it's good for 25,000 miles. We actually did a test on this to 26,000 miles, and it was still good. So we're going to be showing that too at the end, and we have a whole oil analysis where we actually tested the oil. So we're going to start out with this sticky story. We're going to start out way back about 5 years ago, right here in Las Vegas. I was a resilient kid, just trying to get my you-know-what wet. And, well, not quite that, but I was just trying to get to SEMA, Specialty Equipment Market Association in Las Vegas, to check out some cars. And I was just walking around, and I saw this guy, and he was hawking this oil. And his name was Tom. He's my upline Amsoil dealer. And he showed me this bottle. I looked at it, and I said, 100% synthetic. All right. And I said, wow, I've never seen that. So I started asking him some questions, and I was like, what the heck? There's no way that's good for 25,000 miles. He goes, it actually is. Tom said that. And he was an older gentleman. He owned a garage in California. And I could tell he wasn't lying because I actually did magic on Fremont Street, and I met con artists, scumbags, people hawking all kinds of stuff, and I could just tell he wasn't lying. And I was like, wow, that's really hard to believe. So I got to try this stuff. So I signed up as a preferred customer, and I tried the oil in my car, and I was really surprised at how well my Corvette started up at the time. And I just couldn't believe it. So right away I said, you know what, I'm gonna have to do the transmission right away. So I had a manual 6-speed trans on the Vet, and I switched that out, and the trans just shifted a lot better, a lot quieter. The motor on my car started a lot easier when I switched over to the Signature. I did the 530 is what my OEM viscosity was. They make this in many different viscosities. So I started it up. It was quieter, less vibration. I was just like, wow, this thing really runs good. So then I tried the trans fluid, and that shifted better. And then I did the rear diff, and the rear diff fluid really made the whole torque tube quieter. So down in the center on the Corvette, there's this whole drive shaft and torque tube. It's a rear mounted transmission with the 6-speed manual. And I was just like, wow, it's like there's like pillows between the gears, this really soft feel. So I tried that, and I was still a preferred customer. And then I went online and I saw this video with Bobby Unser, and I found out Bobby Unser, he's a 12-time Pikes Peak champion. He helped pioneer Amsoil back in the late 60s, and he used the rear gear lube in his hill climb car. And so I got the big picture of how big this company was. And basically Bobby Unser, short story short, he was able to go, instead of using a rear differential every couple of practice sessions, he was able to go and use the same diff through all the practice sessions of one season into the next season, all in the same differential. So that's how much less wear on the metal parts there was because of the film strength. And like I mentioned, the 100% synthetic. So really amazing, the difference in quality. And so at that point, I said to myself, you know what? I don't know why no one else knows about this stuff. So I went online and I looked around, and no one really was talking about it. And I asked people locally in Las Vegas about it. And a lot of people said it's horrible. It's this, it's that. And I was just like, what the hell? This stuff's like the best stuff ever, and everybody's saying it's bad. So I'm like, this is a great opportunity. I can go on YouTube, share this with thousands. I know I've shared it with over 1 million people. I have like 4 million views on YouTube or something. I don't know what it is, but so share this with all kinds of people, save people millions of dollars accumulatively, have fun joking around, helping people with the oil, and even myself, I was able to make good money doing this whole thing and have loads of fun just doing lube. And I call myself a professional YouLubher. When people ask me, they go, what the heck do you do, Eben? Do you do anything? I go, yes, I do. I'm a professional YouLubher. And people are like, wow, what is that? It's arousing, because it's like you don't ever hear anybody with that line of work. So that's what I do. I do YouTube videos here on YouTube, helping people all over the world. People watch my videos and making a huge difference. So I do that about 66 hours a week between editing the videos, tagging the videos, doing thumbnails, taking phone calls, helping my own personal customers. I have thousands of personal customers all over US and Canada. People outside of the country I don't help, because there's distributors that do Amsoil in other countries and stuff like that. So I don't physically help anybody. I'll send them in the right direction, or I'll shoot them a link if I can, or something like that. I'm always happy to try to help out, because to me it's not about just one person. It's about helping everybody that really wants help or needs help. And to me, that's what makes a community, and I love it. So that's why I do my giveaway. So if you don't know, I have my giveaway every last Saturday of the month. And a lot of sleeper drivers out here, they don't even know where they are sometimes. So I do my giveaway every last Saturday of the month, 11 a.m. And we've done, oh my God, hundreds of dollars in Snap-on tools. We give away hundreds and hundreds of dollars in gift cards. And this one's going to be a monster coming up in the next couple days. So definitely leave a comment below. You never know if you could be in the win. I randomly select people that leave comments, because everybody that interacts with the channel, it gets more views on YouTube, everyone that gives a thumbs up. So if you love this stuff, this content, which we're going to get deeper into in a second, we're going to be showing you the Welcome to Las Vegas sign soon, and we're going to be showing the blacktop temperature. So I want you to see this temperature. Take a look here. This is the ambient outdoor temp, 105 degrees Fahrenheit. You see it right there, 105. And now I'm gonna go ahead and shoot this temp here, 50 degrees inside. So we're lucky to have the insulation. Dashboard temps are pretty good. Wind chill temps 113. So some pretty strong temperatures. So I just wanted to give you an idea of what the ambient temperatures look like. So we're gonna get back into this story of why Amsoil's so good. So Amsoil's 100% synthetic, and you have a higher film strength. This film is what keeps the metal separated. So you have metal, and in between you have a cushion. And the only thing between that is these round molecules. And since Amsoil is 100% synthetic, it doesn't have any of these impure molecules from the earth that are refined. These are all built molecules. And when they make it synthetic, the base stock, it's a process where they call it hydrocracking. Basically, they crack the molecules and they do like a cis-trans thing. So it's like one thing like this, or like this, or like that. And the way the molecule is, it's about many times harder for carbon to stick to a synthetic motor oil. So you say, why doesn't the oil thicken? Why doesn't it break down? Why doesn't it burn off? Because it just doesn't allow carbon to start to clot it up. It's like clotting blood or clotting something up. So when it doesn't thicken, it doesn't heat, and it's an exponential cycle. It's a vicious cycle, and that vicious cycle is called thermal runaway. And you can look that up, thermal runaway. It's like a physics dynamic. Basically, the hotter something gets, the oil thins out, it gets more wear, gets more heat, then it thins out more, gets more heat, thins out more. Before you know it, totally wreck your diff, wreck your motor, wreck your turbos, whatever is on your car. So that's why it's so important. Now, what I wanted to mention about this oil, this right here is 4 times better than Mobil 1 Extended Performance in the industry standard turbocharger deposit testing. So a lot of people, they want to know how much better this is. That's how much better it is than Mobil 1. So in turbo testing, it's not even comparable. And I have many videos on oil analysis. You can check these up in the corner. Done it way over 20,000 miles. It's totally good. So now we're coming up to the Welcome to Las Vegas sign right here. And this is where everybody gathers. Gobs and gobs of people. They come in droves to just drool on the sign, climb the sign, ride the sign like a Ferris wheel. No, I've never seen that yet. I haven't seen that yet, but hey, we might see it right now. We're going over there. So we're going to go ahead and make a U-turn. And I'm going to get over to this sign. So if you ever come to Vegas, let me know. Always happy to get together. I love meeting people and all my subscribers and lots of people that come through. Reach out to me. And hey, if we ever do a video on something new, always happy to share it. So we're going to be getting out here in a sec. And we're going to show you these blacktop temperatures. And we're going to explain what happens when your car is in these high heat temperatures and what's actually going on. So we're close to being able to slide up the side. So basically the blacktop, think of the blacktop as a heating plate. And when you have a motor oil, no matter what it is, everything oxidizes with heat. So heat is the vibration of a molecule. And the hotter it is, it vibrates. And basically it slowly breaks down and it actually thickens. It's like burning butter in a frying pan. So out here with this blacktop, we're going to show you the temperature of the blacktop. I think I can sneak by here. We're close. We're good. We got it. Should just get by. And we got a limo. Nope. That limo might open a door. We're going to watch it. If they pop open a door, we're done. We don't want to hit anybody. Look at this. Look at, they got limos over here. Look, Bell. That must be from the Bellagio. It's great. They're bussing them out here in loads of them. So we're going to go down a little bit. We're going to show you this oil temp. And this is the airport, McCarran Airport, one of the biggest airports in the country. They bring all the convention staff in, all the convention goers. This is one of the largest convention areas in the world. And we're going to go ahead and just pull in here. We're going to go right here next to all the jets and she-boo-boo. So we're going to get out, show you some blacktop temps, and we're rocking. So let's go in and get out and I'll show you. All right, so those are our high-speed fans. So the intake temperatures are basically 120 degrees. You got the ambient air is 105 right now, 105 degrees Fahrenheit. And the blacktop, well, take a look. Let's see what it is. 125. So right now, it's 125. This blacktop gets up to 170 when it's 115 degrees out. So basically, the intake temperatures going into this motor is the ambient air and this mixed. So it's about 115 going in. And what makes it different is going to be your film strength. This right here is an ATF fluid. Now the transmission pan is basically 8-9 inches off the blacktop. So the whole time you're driving your car out here in Las Vegas, you're actually oxidizing your transmission fluid. And the thicker that fluid gets, the less it circulates, the slower your shifts are. So if you have slow shifting, that's a problem. You want to take care of it. So this is actually good for double the severe service interval of OEM. So you'll see that you can comfortably double the oil interval. So you're good for twice as long. Now, when oil breaks down and oxidizes, it actually breaks down exponentially, which means for this to last twice as long, it has to be 4 times better. So that's right, I'll say that again. This oil is about 4 times better than most OEM fluids. And we actually have that in my SL500. This is my personal car. And we have this signature ATF fluid in this car. So definitely check out that video. I'll stick it up here in the corner. If not, you'll see it in the playlist. Just do transmission fluid playlist. You'll see it in there. So now we're gonna hop back in the car. You see all the people that visit here in Las Vegas. We'll see you back in the car. All right, so I wanted to mention a little bit more about how the blacktop actually cooks your oil. So the blacktop is 120 degrees, and that's going right up into your belly pan, basically the plastic pan, or most cars don't even have that. So your oil pan is getting that residual heat going right up into it. Basically, your oil pan's not even a foot off the ground. So it's this far off the ground. And for every 18 degrees hotter a lubricant runs, it oxidizes at twice the rate. So every 18 degrees, 18 degrees, 18 degrees. So 1 or 2 18 degrees can really cook your oil fast. And you'll see a lot of cars that actually wreck their motor. It's because they run out of oil, basically. Oh, fuck. You just blew a cylinder. Run out of oil. Basically, their oil burns off, it vaporizes. It's like boiling a soup down. If you keep boiling a soup, all the water goes down, you have the thick stock, and eventually you're going to burn it. You'll burn your soup. If you let it boil for 10 hours, it's going to burn down to nothing. So that's what's actually going on with your oil. So that's what makes the Signature so good, is it just doesn't burn and break down. So we actually did a oil change on a Ford Raptor, 5,500 miles, 1 year, and he burned less than half a quart of oil, and that's on a twin turbo 500 horsepower Raptor. So this oil just doesn't burn off, it doesn't blow by. You have the higher film strength. All right, I also wanted to mention the altitude we're at. So there's some other things that can really damage your motor oil. The higher your altitude is, you actually have thinner air. So basically, you think of someone that climbs Mount Everest, they can barely breathe up there. Well, that's because the air density keeps going down and you have less oxygen, less cooling ability. So we're actually at 2,000 feet here. On the other side of town, the west side of town where I live, it's about 2,800 feet above sea level. So a mile, 5,200 feet. So you're basically half a mile high, and the air density is a lot lower. So that basically makes your radiator about 10% smaller. Then you got 105 degree air. That's another 10% thinner air. So basically, think of a radiator in a car. If it's this wide, you go a 20% smaller radiator, now all of a sudden it's this size, and you say, well, what am I getting to with this? Well, everything's going to break down quicker. Your coolant, your motor oil, your transmission fluid. The other thing about Las Vegas, they actually test a lot of new prospective vehicles. So you'll see a lot of vehicles in camo wrap around here, and they're actually testing prototypes all the time, because this is the perfect place to beat the living out of these cars and really push on them, because you're choking it. It's like choking a chicken. And then you're also heating it up. So you have no cooling and you got the heat. So Vegas is the perfect playground for putting to the test lubricants. All right, I want to show you a cold flow test on the transmission fluid. This is Amsoil compared to a Mopar oil, which is like an OEM. The actual OEM fluids aren't 100% synthetic. So see how that says 100%? The OEM fluid in your car, even though it says it's synthetic, it might only be 10% synthetic. So they can actually call a full synthetic that's only 25% synthetic or more. So a lot of people don't know that. But I want you to see this cold flow Amsoil compared to a Mopar fluid. Check it out. All right, so you saw the jets over there. We were at the airport. Believe it or not, the oil analysis actually started way back with jet engines. It's a very, very microscopic amount of metal that can actually start to go into the motor oil when the bearings wear out on a turbine. And basically that's how they check when the bearings are about to actually expire. So on a jet engine, they don't let they don't let the turbine grenade in the air. If it grenades and the turbos go out, you're done, you're dead. So basically, before that even comes close to coming apart, in the oil analysis, they're actually going to see shavings of metal, parts per million, very few parts per million. So that's actually how oil analysis started with the jet engines. Now, I want you to check out an oil analysis, 26,000 miles on the signature. Check it out. Let the cold flow test begin. Negative 50F, negative 50.3F. Wow, look at that liquid cherry flow. All right, so now you saw the transmission fluids. Now we're on to the motor oil. This right here is the heart of your motor, what goes and circulates through. The oil's responsible for cooling your motor. It's responsible for cold protection. Up to 80% of the wear on a motor is during the cold flow. So I want you to see how this performs, not only great in the heat, but also how it performs in the cold. Go ahead and check out this video. All right, let the cold flow test begin. Negative 50 degrees Fahrenheit below zero. All right, we got a clear winner. Amsoil Signature Series. 100% synthetic. So if you want to try some oil analysis, hey, I have my link down below. And if you want any information on it, feel free to reach out to me. And then also, if you want to get this stuff at wholesale, I have my link down below. So when you use my link, I would be your Amsoil dealer. You could always reach out to me, ask me questions. I would personally get the credit for your order, and then I would be your servicing dealer, so I could always help you with the products. So that link is down in the description section. If you're on a laptop, desktop, click show more. If you're on a smartphone, little teeny reverse down arrow, click on that, it opens it up, and then you'll see it in the comments section as well. All right, I wanted to mention I've done oil analysis on several vehicles on the channel, so check out that playlist. And I've done this on my personal Corvette, and at 11,000 miles, the oil was still good, came back with flying colors, beautiful. And believe it or not, you can actually take this oil after 11,000 miles on my Corvette in the heat out here, and I drove the heck out of my car. You could actually put it right back in and go drive it even longer. Oh, and if you're new to the channel and you want your car to run longer and stronger, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Tap the notification bell. You'll be able to come back and watch gobs and gobs more videos like this later. Also wanted to mention a little bit about how most people find out about Amsoil. They usually come across a video here on YouTube, and once they try it, they just are amazed. They can't believe they never heard of it before, and that's exactly how I was. I was at SEMA at the convention center. You just go down the boulevard. We're on Las Vegas Boulevard. Go down 5 miles on the right-hand side, Las Vegas Sands Convention Center. And I just couldn't believe I never knew about Amsoil. And once people try it and they find out, it just blows their mind. And you'll see a lot of videos. If you look at the Amsoil follow-up videos here on the channel, there's a whole playlist. You'll see people's reaction, and it's just, it's crazy. So if you've tried the products, leave a comment down below. Share with everybody what you were expecting when you tried it, and then how it actually felt in your vehicle. It would be awesome if you could share that down below. It's going to help a lot of people out, and as of right now, from what I'm aware of on the channel, we've saved people about $10 million on engines, transmissions, differentials, fuel mileage savings, and it goes on, and that number is going to keep ticking up. And that's what I strive for, is giving back to the community and helping people out the best I can. All right, I want you to check out the oil analysis on my SL550. This is my personal car, and that one's coming up very soon. We're going to be doing a filter change on her and showing you all the figures right here on the Mercedes. Well, I want you to check out these videos right here. Check out those playlists. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. We'll see you right here on synthetic oil protection. Cheers to protection, protection, protection.